So today we're talking about why people are moving to Idaho Falls, part 2.
Part 2.
All right, what else? Why else are people moving to Idaho Falls?
You know, we're a community that's mostly built on small businesses. So you talk about knowing your neighbor and knowing who they are. We kind of also know what they do for work because we visit them at their job. We buy goods and services from them. And I really enjoy that, knowing what my neighbors do, and so I can support them that way as well.
Yeah. One interesting thing about our area is we don't really build up that much. We build out. We have a lot of space here. And so you'll see businesses kind of build out. They have their lots. I mean, there aren't many big buildings in this town.
Tall,
not a lot of tall. I think that's also people come here and they realize they aren't piled on top of their neighbors. Because we don't do a lot of small lots, tall houses, and stack. People, they value their space in Idaho Falls.
It's true.
Larger lots on houses. People value larger lots. They'll move out of town for that.
Small airport.
Yes.
There's a lot of direct flights, especially the last few years. They've added direct flights to Denver, to Phoenix, to places in California,
Portland, Seattle,
Portland,
Dallas.
Yeah.
big connecting airport. So
LA,
if you want to
San
go
Diego,
international,
Vegas.
there's a direct flight to the international and then go. So it's 2 instead of 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Or we used to have to drive 3 or 4 hours to one of the bigger ones. So that's been a great thing.
Yeah.
And the airport is expanding and growing as our population base
That's
goes.
exciting.
It is very exciting.
The last few years have been awesome for our airport here.
Yeah, and I think that comes from more businesses coming to town too. I think a lot of people are moving this area because they have jobs here.
Yeah.
We have a very low unemployment rate, and we have lots of businesses moving their business here. And we have some great employers, and I think you can find a job in Idaho Falls.
I'll mention activities. I mean, if you are into the outdoors, whether you want to drive around and do photography or look and sightsee, if you want to go snow machining in the winter, snow skiing in the summer, there's lakes all over the place. You can boat, you can fish in our rivers. I mean, it's
fishing.
Some of the best snowmobiling, some of the best fishing, hiking, ATVing,
amazing.
razors, motorcycles. I mean, thousands of miles of trails. I mean, we have an incredible green belt in Idaho Falls with walking paths all over, and we're getting bike paths in town more that are connecting the city.
Well, I'm
There's
not
a
an
lot of things
outdoor
about
girl.
Florida.
So that doesn't appeal to me, but at the same time, what I love is they have lots of things to do indoors too because we have so much winter.
Yes.
Yeah.
They can't just have outdoor activities because of winter you don't get to do that. So there's great sports for families, great sports for people, lots of gyms, lots of those kind of things. People have
kind of
activities.
hibernate, and in the spring they kind of
go
that's
outside.
when you kind of see your neighbors more.
Yeah. It
First
is.
warm day, you're outside.
Yep.
That's awesome.